here at United Way of Central Indiana. We use a lot of different tools in order to impact our community. We use data and research, we use thought convening, not the least of which is grant making. But Propel offers us a different opportunity to try to create impact in our community by bringing community together to support organizations that will be making new and innovative initiatives in our community moving forward.
The mission of Genesaret Free Clinics is to ensure that everybody that lives in the city of Indianapolis has access to high quality, respectful health care, delivered in a really barrier-free manner. So you don't have to have money, you don't have to have a copay, you don't have to have insurance, you don't have to speak English. So we go out of our way to ensure that anybody that needs care can get it with Genesaret.
And the mission for the Martindale-Brightwood Community Development Corporation is to be a catalyst for sustainable growth in Martindale-Brightwood and the surrounding areas. And we do it through housing, education, empowerment, community development, which includes developing small businesses and people in the neighborhood. So there's community education also. The key word is sustainable.
So when we launched Propel, nearly 30 organizations submitted their application to pitch at the live event. What made this a little bit different is that what was required to apply to pitch was a 5-minute pitch video. We scored those videos as a review team, and then we narrowed that down to 12 organizations that did virtual interviews. 5 organizations were invited to pitch on stage in front of a live audience.
I was very excited to participate and do the pitch, and it was primarily because I was so excited to tell the stories and to explain the impact.
We were talking about how this application process allowed us to show our passion for the project, show our commitment to the community in a different way that doesn't come across on paper.
Throughout the entire process, there was a level of authenticity. So we were able to be our authentic selves even on the stage. That's what made it most comfortable at least for me.
Thank you, Lord. No, we jumped up and down. I think my phone fell out.
Yeah.
And we were excited. Like I think I didn't even go to sleep that night.
So to have staff, board members, and even our family to be a part of the experience in the audience, to look out and say, like, we did it. Like, we're bringing this opportunity back to the community that's going to have a lasting impact that's immeasurable, really.
What we've learned is that since pitching on stage at Propel, these organizations have not only been able to impact the community, but that the community has also wrapped around these organizations and their initiatives to increase the amount of impact that they've been able to have with our neighbors.
I'm old, right? So I was nervous about it. My kids were like, just watch a TED Talk, it'll be great. So I get up on stage and I start doing my pitch, and I had to hold a microphone, and I had to hold a clicker, and then I had my speech in my hand. And I started doing it. It was also timed, right? I had 5 minutes, and there was red light, yellow light, green light, and I was super nervous. Well, I flubbed, right? I flubbed. I literally dropped my speech on the ground, and I was so embarrassed. It was awful, and I mean, I don't like to fail, and I felt like I let down the people that I was trying to serve. So I slunk away and, spent weeks and weeks licking my wounds, but, you just have to get back to it. And, a couple months went by, and you contacted me and connected me with an organization called uwci that sponsored the event, and that was one of the judges. And you said they want to kind of learn more about what you're doing. And I show up at their beautiful new offices in Broad Ripple, and I'm like petting on their dog because I'm a dog person, and I was like, oh, what's your dog's name? Chuck. Still not putting 2 and 2 together, right? So we go back and we meet with this beautiful group of people. Ashley Flowers, the CEO, the founder, this amazing woman. They had teased that they were going to support us in something along the lines of the Propel grant, which was, I think, $30,000, which is a lot of money. But they said maybe a little bit more than that. So we thought, maybe $35,000, $40,000. We really didn't know. And I didn't go in there I didn't bring anything. I just went in there and talked and told her what we were doing and why we were doing it. And it's going to get me upset all over again. And then she told us that she was going to give us $1 million to support our work. So I went from dropping my speech at Propel to her supporting us with an amazing $1 million grant. I'm sorry. that I did this when she told me. Who does that? Who does that? Who just says, I believe in what you're doing. I believe it's so important. I believe in women's health care. I believe in access to care. And Ashley believed that. And she gave us $1 million to do it. So, that's what participating in Propel has meant to Jeunesse Rent-Free clinics.
I believe that what we've learned here is that when we commit to our neighbors, when we commit to our community, when we commit to impact through the lens of innovation, then lives can be impacted in ways that we didn't imagine. And that means that our community is better off for it, and ultimately the future of Central Indiana is much brighter than it was yesterday.